Days after visiting China, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has arrived in New Delhi. Meeting between Lavrov and his Indian counterpart, Dr. S. Jaishankar, has started. Let's listen into what both leaders had to say in their opening remarks.
Our relations have really grown from strength to strength. So this year marks the 22nd year of our strategic partnership and the 12th year of our special and privileged strategic partnership. So I'm sure many of our conversations would be conducted in that spirit as very close partners. As I said, we are cooperating today very closely in multilateral forums, especially now in the UN Security Council.
Группа РИК с нашим китайским коллегой.
It was an honor for me to host you and your colleagues in September last year, and we had BRICS's Foreign Ministers Council, and we also had bilateral and trilateral meetings within the RIC format.
И в целом у нас диалог между внешнеполитическими ведомствами весьма и весьма продуктивный, доверительный, очень полезный.
In general, the dialogue between our foreign ministries is quite fruitful, useful and eventful.
В БРИКС в этом году и участие в работе Совета Безопасности в качестве непостоянного члена.
Besides, there are opening up new opportunities for cooperation as India is going to be a chair in BRICS, and you also take up duties as the UNSC non-permanent member.
Russian Foreign Minister is later expected to get on call with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The topics likely to be discussed are the current status of bilateral relations, with special focus on the recent Quad meeting between India and United States, Japan and Australia. Russia's close relations with India has become a counterbalance to the Quad group. It can be a focal point of the key talks, especially as US-Russia relations have hit rock bottom under the Biden administration. The forward-looking dialogue is expected to touch upon multiple dimensions of China's growing belligerence as well. The Russian foreign minister is also expected to hear India's perspective on the border standoff with China. Joining us on this broadcast is WION's principal diplomatic correspondent Siddhant Sibal with more details. Siddhant, over to you.
Well, Shobit, the meeting is underway even as we speak. We know the opening statements made by both leaders, the Indian External Affairs Minister talking about the relationship growing from strength to strength, and the pillar of this relationship is defense partnership. India gets S-400 later this year. We know that with that delivery, there can be increased chances of American sanctions, but India has dismissed that, saying that India's right to purchase defense equipment from any country is its sovereign right. But largely this meeting will see focus on Afghanistan, focus on issues like the cooperation at multilateral organizations like SCO, BRICS and UNSC, the United Nations Security Council, where India is non-permanent member for 2 years and Russia is the permanent member, veto-holding member of the UNSC. But largely, if we look at Afghanistan, we know that Moscow hosted the meeting, the Troika Plus meeting, and India was not invited. That, of course, is something that perhaps the Russians will have to do a bit of explaining here in New Delhi, because India is considered as a key stakeholder. The Americans have invited Indians when it comes to a UN-led format of foreign ministers of regional countries. But the fact that a long-standing ally hasn't invited is something that perhaps the Russian side would be talking about why India was not invited. But largely, we know that this is a relationship which is much celebrated. This is a relationship that has stood the test of time, and later this year, the Russian President Vladimir Putin will be visiting India for the annual India-Russia bilateral meeting. Last year, for the first time in over 20 years, the meeting could not happen because of the COVID pandemic. Before that, the Indian Prime Minister had visited Vladivostok for the summit, and the focus was connectivity, with one of the key outcomes being joining Vladivostok with the southern Indian city of Chennai. Work is still in progress on that project, but when it comes to various other projects, connectivity, or whether it is dealing with the challenge of COVID crisis, is something that will be topping the priority. It's a continuous process that is going to take place. But what stands out during this visit is not here in New Delhi, but the fact that the Russian Foreign Minister will be going to Islamabad from Delhi. This is perhaps for the first time that Russian Foreign Minister is coming to India and then going to Pakistan, where he will be received by the Pakistani Foreign Minister himself at the airport, which is significant and perhaps shows that how there are growing convergences between Moscow and Islamabad. This is something that perhaps will be raised during the press briefing which take place here in Delhi at 2 p.m. Indian Standard Time.
Siddhant, one of the key focus areas was a possible visit by Vladimir Putin to India later in the year. Do elaborate on that. Have the dates been finalized? And like you mentioned, the partnership, the relationship between India and Russia has stood the test of time, and Russia has been traditionally India's biggest defense partner. But off late, the Quad grouping has also gained particular significance in the power circles in New Delhi, isn't it, to counter China's aggressive behavior in the Indo-Pacific. So India has to walk this tightrope between relations with Russia and the growing importance of Quad, isn't it?
Well, yes, first talking about the visit of the Russian president, this is part of the annual bilateral summit India has with Russia. Only two countries India shares this mechanism with the Russians and with the Japanese, both of which the summits could not happen because of the COVID pandemic. The summit is likely to take place later this year. The dates are being finalized, but perhaps it could take place in the month of October, during which India is going to host the BRICS meeting. It is still not decided whether the BRICS meeting will be virtual or physical, but if it's physical, it will see perhaps a state visit by the Russian president. Now, talking about Quad is now central to India's foreign policy. We know that commentary being made by the Indian side and other Quad partner countries as well. We saw the first virtual summit as well last month, and there will be a soon physical summit that's going to take place. Of course, the Russians are not very happy about it. The Russians don't see the Indo-Pacific vision very positively, but India has been explaining to the Russian side that it is an inclusive vision that involves all the countries. It is not against any country, but the Russians are seen a little positive, or perhaps siding with the Chinese on that vision, on that concept. In fact, the Russian foreign minister was here in India last year as well, and he publicly stated that Indo-Pacific is a vision that they, of course, harbor suspicions against. So largely the Indian side will be explaining. It is, of course, a tight rope walk for New Delhi, but largely India will be keen to balance Moscow and Washington when it comes to the Quad and the partnership, the long-standing partnership with Moscow. But one pretty interesting thing to note during this hectic diplomatic day is the fact that will there be a meeting between John Kerry and with the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov? This is something which is being talked about here in New Delhi, and if that happens, that will be a major breakthrough in the sense that a top Biden administration official meeting the Russian Foreign Minister here in New Delhi. It shows, of course, that how New Delhi is a key partner and, of course, a player when it comes to international foreign policy.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.